Ladies and gentlemen, fight number 11 this evening is a professional bantamweight bout which will be contested over 3 5-minute rounds. And introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 61.1 kilos and trains out of Adrenaline MMA, holding a 5-1 amateur record. Tonight he makes his 4th appearance in the cage as a professional. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jack Tooting Boy Lamb. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 61.45 kilos and trained out of the Combat Academy, holding an amateur record of 4 wins and 1 defeat, an undefeated professional record of 1 win and 0 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Aaron Toes 'em Up Tao! And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Nakia Melody.
Aaron Tao making his 2nd professional fight. Interestingly enough, his debut was against Logan Price his professional debut was against Logan Price. Logan Price himself was actually a former amateur bantamweight champion as well. So I love seeing those stories. You know, both of them took off back to New Zealand. Both former AXFC amateur champions squared off. And Aaron Tao taking the win on that performance.
Yeah, I haven't been able to find a video of that one, but I've heard from a couple of people that it was a really entertaining fight and sounds on brand for Aaron Toes 'em Up Tao. He is very fun to watch as we see the kick catch there, a couple of short punches, and he breaks from the clinch there. So Aaron Tao, one thing that he always brings is a big fan base.
Yeah, absolutely. Wasn't it going on before? And I remember when he beat Ben Edmiston, the absolute, hundreds and hundreds of spectators crowded the crowd. Mate, you need your bodyguard that night as well while they jump the boat.
Aaron Tao always has this look on his face when I'm announcing him like he wants to kill me. I feel like saying, the guy's behind me, Aaron. Just don't look at me like that. I'm here to help. So as we see both boys now just kind of feeling each other out, getting a feel for the distance and the timing of each other. Pretty impressed by Jack Lamb's movement, though. He looks really comfortable and pretty smooth the way...
switching stances as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, the way his footwork's working, of course. Aaron Tao at a reach disadvantage, but he's not, he's used to that. Every single fight he's had, he's been the shorter guy.
Oh! Nice takedown, almost puts him through the cage. Aaron Tao, get up.
Wow. There's that stare I was talking about too.
Funnily enough, this is normally when you think about Aaron Tao, you think of the game plan where he rushes in, he forces the pace, but we're looking at a professional fighter now with Aaron Tao.
Yeah.
He's measuring himself, he's timing himself. Everything looks like it's calculated. You can definitely tell that's that Dan Hooker influence.
Yeah, that's a really good point there, Matt. Dan Hooker is well known for his fight IQ. Very smart fighter, of course, coming off a big win, knockout win over James Vick. Excited to see him and Ally Quinter do it down in Melbourne at UFC 243. And Dan Hooker, very smart the way he approaches the game, and you can really see that getting passed on to Aaron now the more time he spends with him.
Yeah, you have to think, when it comes terms to their amateur careers and their amateur experiences, once you go pro, everyone forgets about that.
Yep.
So Aaron Tao can have fun in his amateur career. He can make his mistakes there. He can have his losses there. But right now, you can see the game plan he's got in his mind right now. He needs this win, so he needs to take his time to ensure that he gets that win.
Yep, Aaron Tao almost perfect in his combined career at the moment. 5-1 when he combined his professional and amateur records. The lone loss coming in his 2nd fight back in 2016. So this man hasn't tasted defeat in almost 3 years, as we see a shot there from Jack Lamb now pushing things against the cage. One thing that is always a narrative in Aaron Tao's fights is how strong he is. So while he might sacrifice a bit of length in this weight class, he really makes up for it for the power and strength he possesses. And right on cue there, turns the position, is now in the dominant position against the cage.
I've actually been a big fan of Aaron Tao for a long time. I guess in terms of our both experiences, we all kind of started in Finny martial arts. I've had a lot of chance to train with Aaron Tao as well. Funnily enough, when I promoted the show at XFC 29, it was a really important show for us. Unfortunately, we lost a fighter in a car accident, Travis Wharton, who was actually booked in to fight Aaron Tao. So although we talk all the time about Taj Fikwanda, who took that fight as Travis's replacement on a couple of days' notice, Aaron Tao himself also had to take that fight on a couple of days' notice. Under incredible circumstances.
Yep.
And again, professionalism came through and he got the win there.
Yeah, of course, with the 1st round guillotine there. Pretty slick finish over young Taj Fikwanda, who's also got a huge future in this sport. And I believe we'll see him in action again at Coastal Combat. So excited to see Taj back in the cage. As we see now, Aaron Tao finding his range a little bit more towards the close of this first round. Still 1 minute on the clock, and single leg attempt here from Jack Lamb. Nice work on the body lock, but once again, that strength of Aaron Tao on display, Matt.
And again, we're really finally getting a chance to see what Aaron Tao's, what's the word I'm looking for? His energy levels are like. We've always seen him in 3-minute rounds.
Yep.
Again, stepping up to professional now, we've got 5-minute rounds. So again, we're basically into the 4th minute already. By now, if we were looking at amateur fight, he'd almost be halfway through his 2nd round by now.
Yeah, that's a good point, Matt. The 3 to 5 minutes is a very big change, probably the biggest change that fighters experience going from amateur to pro. Of course, there are some techniques that are now legal, namely the elbows and rotational leg locks. So we see a nice body kick there from Aaron Tao. I'll tell you what, Jack Lamb, though, doesn't seem phased by anything that has been landed by Aaron Tao.
We're yet to see Aaron throw any of those elbows that he's now allowed to throw, but I tell you what, there just seems to be a massive spike in maturity, hasn't it, coming from Aaron Tao right now? I
think maturity is a good word to use. Like I said, haven't been able to find any footage of the Logan Price. Oh, big shot landed. And the boy's
nice little
swinging.
left hook there, 2 gets through.
Oh, big shot behind the ear there from Jack Lamb.
Huge kick. Aaron Tao stares his opponent down again. Phenomenal.
Yes, so a very entertaining opening round, and Aaron Tao back in the corner, Jack Lamb doing the same. So the team from Adrenaline MMA going to work on Jack Tooting, a boy Lamb. And Chris Brown, of course, his head coach. Chris Brown, a 5-time Olympian in the wrestling department, 4th place in the 1984 Olympics. So certainly got some good wrestling chops in his corner, in the corner of Aaron Tao, the man we've spoken a lot about already, of course, Mr. Dan Hooker, in there giving the instructions to the young fighter in the red corner.
One thing I've actually noticed with Aaron Tao in this fight, and it's actually breaking my heart a little bit, but I remember a few years ago, our really good friends at Fighters Worldwide Clothing was lucky enough to do a custom fight kit for myself. I'm a big fan of the whole Achilles Trojan War type memorabilia, so I actually got a fight kit with Achilles printed on it. Aaron Tao saw it, and he actually ordered the same kit himself, and that was his own fight kit. So Aaron Tao, even in his XFC championship bout, wore my fight kit.
The Matt Walton fight kit.
That's it, the Matt Walton fight kit. He's gone and upgraded to the Engage fight kit now, so he's broken my heart a little bit.
Unbelievable. How could he? As we see now, the two fighters meet in the centre. Nakia Melody, our referee, claps us in for round number 2.
Straight away, we see a little feint from Aaron Tao, that little feint kick. So again, you'd have to think that maybe Dan Hooker has maybe had a little word to say, throw a couple of feints in there.
Yeah, I really like the fact you bring that up, Matt, because I've seen a lot of interviews with Dan Hooker's coach, Eugene Behrman, at City Kickboxing. Oh, big knee. And, big shot. Referee's calling time here. Not quite sure what Nakia Melody's talking to Aaron about. Oh, it might have been an eye poke. And the fighters touch gloves and they're back in. So, sorry, like I was saying, Dan Hooker's coach, Eugene Behrman, very big on feints. I've heard some very interesting interviews with him, and he's very big on feints in striking and for MMA. So we can see some of that lineage trickling down now to Aaron Tao.
Aaron Tao looking to switch stances for a little bit. Now, before the eye poke, I didn't actually see the eye poke myself, but I was really impressed to see Aaron Tao throw that jab, throw a second one, a third one, follow it up. Nice big leg kick.
Heavy leg kick forces the stance switch out of Jack Lamb.
And I really like Aaron Tao at bantamweight. There was a point in time that he thought he wanted to make flyweight, but I think it's too much of a toll on his body. Stick to the bantamweight, come in, present a really nice stocky package.
And in on the single leg now is Jack Lamb. Let's see if he can get that stocky body of Aaron Tao's to the mat. Does well there, scooping up the leg, but Aaron Tao, look at that defense, beautiful work.
Some marking starting to come through on Jack Lambie's left leg as well, so obviously some of those strikes from Aaron Tao are starting to come through on that leg.
Some shots from Aaron Tao, looks like a couple of cheeky elbows there. Some foot stomps.
The old foot stomp.
Don't see too many of those these days, as we see Jack Lamb using the head position nicely here and pinning Aaron Tao up against the fence.
Nice little reversal there, Aaron Tao. A bit of jiu-jitsu.
Some big shots.
This is where Aaron Tao is tough. The exact same position where he put Ben Edmondson away for his bantamweight title fight. Looked like he was about to load up a massive overhand right there.
Well, I'm super impressed with Jack Tooting Boy Lamb tonight. Didn't get to watch too much tape on him coming in here. Couldn't find many of his fights, but tell you what, he is looking pretty sharp in there at the moment, going toe-to-toe with one of the best prospects out of Australia and New Zealand at the moment in Aaron Tao. So big props to the man from Adrenaline MMA.
It's a big call from Jack Lamb as well. He would have known that Aaron Tao's got a massive following in here. He's coming off a lot of momentum. You know, the boy needs a good man. A couple.
Oh,
drops
him.
there.
Big right hand there from Aaron Tao. Jack Lamb looking to survive here. 2 minutes still remaining in the
this
round.
is where Aaron Tao wants to be. Oh, huge strikes coming through. Carbon copy of Aaron Tao's last win on XFC 37 where he won the belt. Nakia Melody, close, he's going to finish it, there it is!
Oh, wow.
Aaron Tao wins!
TKO in round 2 for Aaron Tao, moves to 2-0 and maintains that undefeated professional record. Great sign of respect there between the two boys, Jack Lamb and Aaron Tao, and unbelievable stuff there from the man in the red corner, Aaron Tao.
Absolute carbon copy of his win over Ben Edmonston at XFC 37 where he won the belt.
He is an absolute shark when he smells blood. Piled on the pressure there with some big hooks and knees and showing respect to his coach there, Dan Hooker. Beautiful to see. And Aaron Tao, 2-0 as a pro.
Phenomenal. And you'd have to think Dan Hooker is absolutely stoked with the performance Aaron Tao has just pieced together. Like I mentioned, there was a massive contingency of fighters that flew over to Auckland to try and qualify for the Dan Hooker scholarship. Free training for a year at Dan Hooker's gym. And like I said, Aaron Tao not only won that scholarship, but took the opportunity to pick up his entire family, move to Auckland to take up that opportunity. And we just saw the fruits of its labour right there. Heading over to Auckland, training under one of the most exciting fighters in the world, and now a 2-0 professional.
So, ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes and 6 seconds of round number 2, declaring your winner by TKO in the red corner, Aaron Tozum Tao. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with our winner, Mr. Aaron Tozum Tao, now moving to 2-0 as a professional. We said on the commentary there, Aaron, when you smell blood, you are an absolute shark. When you rocked him with that first punch, the barrage of knees and punches that followed were super impressive. The pressure was heavy. Give us your thoughts on how the fight went down.
I have to give all the credit to this man over here, Mr. Daniel Hooker. He gave me the instruments and I just put them together. My brother Stephen Dillon passed away. That was for you, Steve. I heard my fucking name, toast him up. Thank you to all my people. Thank you to all my family and friends. Everyone at home supporting me. The Combat Academy Gym, CKB. The Fight Dietitian baby gets me on way there at time. No struggle. And HMC for spreading their love. Thank you very much.
So one more question for you before we let you go, Aaron. Now moving to 2-0 as a professional, undefeated. What can we expect from you for the rest of the year? Are we looking to try and squeeze one more in?
Yeah, we just go back to work, bro. Got the coach here. I just turn up for training, follow the rules. We make shit happen.
Well, I think we'll all wish your coach, Dan Hooker, good luck at his UFC 243 bout against Al Iaquinta. And a big good luck to you, sir.
I'd just like to thank everyone at XFC for giving up this platform to do what we love. Without you guys, XFC, and all the sponsors and supporters, we wouldn't be here tonight. So thank you very much, XFC.
Classy finish to a phenomenal performance. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up, Aaron Tozum Tao.